21 weeks straight. A year ago, I wasn't doing any of this. Doing it from the deck tonight because last week was so fun. Um, Almost at 2,000 subscribers. I know I never talk about that, but it's pretty cool. I like that. Almost 900,000 views. It's pretty. It's pretty freaking awesome. So, get a cigar, whatever. Chill out. Let's talk some cars. Whatever you guys want. Last week was fun. Some of you guys jumped in. Let me turn on my chat so I can see. I had one of those weeks. Just kept grinding everything out. It was like maintenance week plus. I had one of those weeks. Oh, plus a 20. You know, did it. You know, from fixing some of my cars, just non-stop. But just every day, I keep going and going. You know, but you got to do it all the time. Been working on my blog too. That's kind of new to me. I've been doing it for, I don't know, since maybe beginning of the month or whatever, and it's really changed my outlook on a lot of it. It could help me a lot, probably, just with the whole content and ideas and focus and thoughts. I really like it. I mean, my mindset's there, and it's maybe going in a different direction than I thought, which is kind of cool. I mean, it's also like keeps you kind of focused on track and, you know, building a little bit of, I don't know, daily structure that I like. You know, just like doing the push-ups every morning when we get up. I do that all the time. Might as well, you know, do it with a blog. At least do a, you know, make a blog post every day. I think that's awesome. And it also kind of looking forward in the future tells you where you're really at. You can look back 20 years from now and it'll always be there. You know, you own it. It's kind of cool. You know, and I don't know. I think I've been I did 15 days straight on the blog, which that's momentum there. That's winning. I like that. You know. But seriously, I never thought I'd be doing every week lives, and it's actually getting really fun. Especially when you guys are, you know, chatting, putting in, you know, topics. It's really cool. Can't beat relaxing either. I just, you know, I'm always talking about momentum and stuff like that. And this week, fixing, I kind of was dragging my feet on doing the maintenance on my Mercedes. You can't do that. You know, it just, if you let it go too long, you procrastinate on it. It's a pain in the ass to catch up. It just, you gotta fix too much at one time. Let's see. So it's been a change working on the blogs. You know, I think it'll really help me with all the content. Big time. And what's interesting, you know, I'm using WordPress to do the blog website, and it prompts you every day to also a question, which is pretty neat, and they're just so different, you know. And then writing on that kind of opens up your mind a little bit. It gets your mind really working. I mean, they're just, every day is just way different off the wall. It's kind of cool. So I've been doing that. What's up? But like I said last week out when I was the blogs, I had wanted to do it for 10 years. And I really think it's going to help with my content, on YouTube, and different ideas, and use part of the videos and go back and forth. I like that. And it creates that structure. Gotta have it. It's like 86 degrees. Beautiful out tonight. Here in Florida. I don't know where you guys at, but it's beautiful here. Big time. After I fixed a bunch of stuff on the Mercedes, I got it all back together and fired up. I must have had one of the transmission lines loose or something. Blue tranny fluid all over. That's not fun, but it did sound good, and I got majority of it fixed. I just got to go in there and put that back together. But sometimes that's a little frustrating once you do a bunch of wrench time and something like that happens. But it's probably good for a reason. And if you've been watching any of my shorts, you've seen getting ready, the Chevelle a little bit ready, shaking it down for 1,200 mile run. Should be interesting. I don't want to do a ton to it, but I don't want to be breaking down on the way up either. Projects like that are never done. It seems like none of the cars are ever done. You just got to keep doing it. Stay on top of them. Worse they get. The Escalade, the front differential started, you could almost hear it start whining. Thank God I caught it right away. So I changed the front end differential fluid in it, and when I went to dump it, it was like a drop, or like nothing in it. It was almost bone dry. Just caught it in time. That's why you got to stay on top of maintenance. And I've probably not been the best in my life about all that, unless it's been something I was keeping for a long time. I think now I will, though. Just like I did all my blood work this week and a body scan, because I want to measure and see where I'm at, so I know where I'm going. And it's the same thing with the cars. You gotta know. You gotta check the fluids. You gotta check the stuff out and be on it. And I think this week should be interesting. And I'll do some videos on how I did my blood work. It's definitely the wave of the future, and you kind of run through an app. The body scan does too. It's really cool. And you don't even have to really talk. You don't have to talk to anybody if you don't want to. It gives you all your biomarkers, scans your body completely, just to know where you're at and know where you need to go. And I think long-term wise, it'll really help see what you're deficient in and go from there. That's one thing I did this week. I mean, trying to figure that shit out was pretty interesting. Seems like I did a lot of small stuff this week. You just don't ever think about, you don't see it. Working on content, trying to figure it out. I did spend a lot more time working on the blog, because that's kind of new and I was wanting to do it for a long time. But I do think that's going to really help in the future. And I think it will drive traffic to the YouTube. mess. It's pretty awesome. I mean, I have a lot of, I'm starting to build a lot of um, content in general. I mean, I'm over almost 400 videos on YouTube, which is pretty interesting to me. I never looked at it that way before. I mean, if you would have, like I said a year ago, I wouldn't have thought that, or have like 50 blog posts, or never, which I don't know. We'll see. I like it. It's kind of fun. It's just a lot more work than I thought it would be. I'll tell you that much. No drink for me, just a little protein. So, I'll do the videos on the blood work and the scan and all that when I get my actual results back, probably 2 to 4 days. So that'll be interesting. I'm kind of pumped to see what I'm deficient in and go from there. And I think I had a lot of those days this week, ups and downs, wins and losses all day, all week long. I feel like it was just non-stop, big time. Man, look at that sky. That is freaking beautiful. Definitely cool. And who knows? Maybe maybe by the end of the month I'll hit the 2,000 subscriber month. I don't pay attention too much to it, but then you see the 2,000 number coming along, you're like, whoa! I think that's pretty neat. You know, we'll have to grow a little bit more. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but if you compared it to like businesses back in the day or when I grew up, like if you had 1,000 unique customers, that was one hell of a business, big time. I think we look at those numbers a little strange. I think you know, if you got a niche channel or you know, whatever you're doing, and you don't need 1 million subscribers. I mean, obviously that would be quite wild, and I could see where it get out of hand. And I was talking to my buddy. He does content, video, Chris. He said we were talking about the same thing. If it exploded too early and just got viral video, it probably would be worse than gradually taking your time and building, you know, good like subscriber base type, or more in your lane, you know. So I think that flash in the pan thing wouldn't be the best. It'd get a little overwhelming. I think you'd start to push and get out of your whatever it is, your niche you're doing. I think chasing the next crazy viral video. And that's why I think, like with the blog post, I think that it also help be consistent. Not that I've not been consistent. I mean, 21 weeks going live is consistent, I believe. You know, I mean that's it's over 5 months. That's pretty consistent. But the blogging, I feel like, kind of prompts you to be daily consistent. Big time. You know, and it helps doing the blog every day. It seems like it's just an extra little win. You know, and it just keeps going. I like that. Adds to the day. All right. Should figure out the camera thing. You can tell the light changes around when you're moving around a little bit. I'm not the best when it comes to all the tech. That's why I don't know. Figure it out though as I go. Learn something new every day with it seems like. Maybe next week we'll do the live from the Valet just to see if there's any new whips running around over there. But this is nice and relaxing here for sure. I think tomorrow I'm gonna hit Cars and Coffee early. That should be fun. That's that Cars and Coffee is always really good. You know, it's big. It's 700 cars, 800 cars, and it seems to have been growing and growing and growing up. When it shit when it first 8 years ago, 9, 10 years ago, when it first started going there, it was like some weeks it'd be 40 cars, and now it's easy 700 cars, and it's unreal. That's pretty cool. Sorry about that. Let's see here. Action. Got the USA playing in the FIFA World Cup tonight, 9:30. That should be fun. Maybe watch that. Be interesting. A lot of sports going on actually right now. Got the Knicks and the Spurs in the finals. That was a wild game. Knicks came back and won from whatever it was, 26, 29 points down. That was crazy. All right. You guys aren't firing off a bunch of questions tonight. I get it. Friday night. Might have just changed my live time around a little bit. We'll see. I don't mind doing it on Fridays after evenings. It's relaxing. And thanks for tuning in. 21 weeks straight, live, Friday nights. Keep going, keep stacking the reps. I appreciate you watching. Hopefully, we get the subscribers will hit that 2,000 mark. So, if you know anybody out there, share my channel. Maybe we'll get it bumped up soon here. Thanks again for watching. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the cigar and watch the rest of the sunset. But keep checking out Modern Day Dealer.